Hey, welcome back to another video. Happy to have you here. My name is Blake. This is Merch Campus. We talk about Merch by Amazon tips, tricks, strategies, tactics to take your merch account to the next level. Today we're going to talk about reviews. Huge topic. I'm dressed as if we're in Antarctica right now. It is colder these days, and which is good news for merch sellers because it means that Q4, October, November, December is upon us, and this is good news because we sell a lot of shirts. It'll tie into the topic of the day. If this is your first time, welcome. So without further ado, let's crack right into it. Reviews. Now, I'm going to go into Amazon real quick. As we scroll down here, right here, that is real estate on a screen that's saying, look at me, other people have bought me and they like what I've got to offer, right? Social proof is one of the big triggers in human psychology. When we do anything, we look at how other people behave, okay? It's ingrained in our psychology, and we need to understand that when it comes to reviews. Now, one of the big influences for buying shirts, when you have 5 options, let's say here, you would probably lean towards the one which has reviews, and this is because you're taking the guesswork out of it. Other people have said, I bought this and I love it, and so you're much more inclined to do that instead of just taking a risk, right? Taking a bet. And by the way, these are going to be fun for Halloween. These style where you just put like the base of an animal there and then chop the head off and you're the head. Anyway, stay focused. So reviews, social proof, mental trigger. There's really funny YouTube videos where you watch where they do these kind of psychology. There's one where everyone walks into an elevator and everyone's facing the back, right, where there's no door. And then the test subject walks in, sees everyone facing the back, automatically faces the back, even though it's ridiculous. You want to be facing the door. And so this is how they mess with human psychology, and it's going to show that social proof as a trigger is absolutely huge, right? So that's what we talk about. Another very important factor about reviews is that they have keywords. And these keywords are actually factored into the ranking of the shirt. So if you go into here, and you say this word Crocs is all of a sudden this shirt is ranking for Crocs because now they're indexing the reviews as part of the shirts, right? Cute shirt. This is all of a sudden ranking the shirt for that keyword. And a lot of people don't know this, but reviews have influence on the ranking power. So the more reviews you get, the more power you have, right? Outside of just social proof. Now, one of the person who created Merch Informer, the software which a lot of Merch by Amazon users use, is a guy called Neil. And now Neil, when he started out, all his peers in the merch space were pricing very high. I mean, relatively high, $18.99, $19.99 plus. And he was consistently holding it at about $14.99 to $16.99. And back then you had a great royalty for that even. And though he was not getting those juicy royalties, he was selling volume. What happened then is that he was the first to get a lot of reviews. And now you fast forward a year or two, and his consistent sellers all have reviews, right? He maybe has hundreds of shirts which have reviews on it, which allows him to sell hundreds of shirts a day because reviews have this stickiness to them, right? And that's part of what brings me to the next point, is that he had a long-term view about it. If you go in and you're chasing profits and you jack up the price, now this is not, I don't want this to be a debate about pricing. I'm just saying in terms of economics, the higher the price, the more resistance the customer has to buying it, right? It's called price elasticity, and you want to find the sweet spot. But he priced it low to increase the volume of sales, and what also happened is increase the chance of getting a review. Once he got the review, he dominated the page because it has such an impact over the purchase that we don't even realize how much of an impact it has. And I hope we do realize this, okay? So the next thing that ties into this, I want to keep this short, quick video, is the fact that the more Q4 cycles, which is October, November, December months that you go through in merch, the more successful you will be in the long run, because what you're experiencing in Q4 is a massive uptick in sales volume, right? So you're getting tons of sales, your odds of catching reviews shoots up. And I got a lot of reviews on my shirts just from going through Q4 last year, and probably will get more going through Q4 this year. And if you realize that, you'll realize that the more Q4 cycles you go through, of course, you have to make great designs, you have to keep uploading, you want to be consistent with your merch business, but the more Q4 cycles you go through, the more likely you're going to grow your monthly cash flow with merch, because you're creating sellers that stick, right? Because reviews increase the stickiness of the sale, they impact keyword ranking, they impact the customer's psychology by being very strong, almost like a brand of approval. 5 gold stars, you know? So that's the importance of this video is we need to upload shirts now, right? It's September in preparation for Q4, October, November, December. And once it passes through the Q4 cycle, and we'll see that spike in sales. And if we price it, you know, to market reasonably, or however you want to price it, I don't want this to be a pricing video, you will hopefully get sales. And once you get a lot of sales, you'll get reviews. Just statistically, maybe 1 to 2% of people leave reviews, right? It's not a lot. So you got to sell a lot of volume to get those reviews. And then these become sticky in the next year, and then you repeat the cycle. So we have to think a bit more long-term about this game and make the goal to be in as many Q4 cycles as possible. And then also you can think of these as like micro cycles. So if you're catching holidays or trends throughout the year, that is kind of like a micro sales boost cycle that you can benefit from. For example, Shark Week, that is a micro boost where the volume of shark shirts that sells shoots up. And if you have a shark shirt that sells well and you can grab a review in it, all of a sudden it can become a year-round seller. So hopefully this video expresses the importance of reviews, the impact it has on buyer decisions in terms of social proof, the keyword-rich nature of it, the story of Neil basically holding off from the short-term profits for the long-term reward, which is now having hundreds of shirts selling daily, and the importance of Q4 cycles and the fact that we need to get cranking now for Q4. All right, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment, ask any questions you want, and talk soon.